So for Big Billion Day, Flipkart is going to have the Google Pixel 6a at 27,699, and now you're thinking whether I should buy this phone or not. Well, let us cover the cons, the pros in this video so that you can make an educated decision whether you should spend your hard-earned money on the Google Pixel 6a or not. So we are going to start off with the cons. Now, the first con which you might have heard is that the fingerprint reader. So when this device was launched, were there issues with the fingerprint sensor? Yes, there were issues with the fingerprint sensor, and you could actually unlock it with unrecognized fingerprints. Is that still an issue? In my personal experience, that is no longer an issue, and I think Google has fixed that issue with a software update. As you can see, I have tried different fingerprints. It is not unlocking with unrecognized fingerprints. So that con has been fixed by Google. The next major con about this device is that it is 60 Hz. Now, my personal opinion, 60 Hz is just overblown by glorified salesmen. These animations are pretty smooth and pretty awesome, and again, I think 60 Hz for this price is good enough. Would it have been better if it had 90? Yes, it would have been better, but is 60 a deal breaker? I don't think so. The next con you will hear about this device is that hey, it has a plastic build and the frame is aluminium or whatever the frame is right now. My take on that is, if I were to put the Pixel 6 in your hand and if I were to put the Google Pixel 6a in your hand, you will not be able to tell that this 6a here is a plastic back. The feel here is as good as glass, the same as you get on the Google Pixel 6. Google has done a good job in that regard. As for the frame, yes, you might say that aluminium is a cheaper metal, but again, it is still a metal, it is not a plastic frame. So that is another pro or con, however you want to look at it. The next con you will hear about this device is that hey, it is dual SIM, but you do not have two physical SIM slots. You have one physical SIM slot and one is eSIM. So that is another thing which you need to know. And then the internal storage is only 128. So it is available only in one internal storage, which is 128, which comes with 6 GB of RAM. So if you use a lot of storage, then this might not be the device for you because there is no 256 GB variant. And then another thing to note is that the charging speed on the Google Pixel 6a, it does not have fast charging. It is only 18-watt maximum charging, and I think a full charge takes around 1 hour 45 or 47 minutes. Now the next three cons which I'm going to mention might be deal breakers for some of you. So first of all, this device, I don't think so it is meant for gaming. Then the second issue is modem issues. You get signal loss, and there are complaints all over the internet about how the modem on the Pixel 6 series is not the best. So that is another thing which you need to consider. And last but not the least is heating issues of the Google Tensor. Has Google solved them? No, they have not solved them yet. Anything above a specific temperature, if it is hot and humid outside, you're outside, the phone does not start lagging. But say you're trying to use the camera application, it tells you that the flash has been turned off because it is overheating. Google Photos tells you the phone is overheating. You can feel the heat on the side of the phone. So if you're in hot, humid temperatures, I would personally not recommend the Google Tensor chip, and my personal experience has not been good with the Tensor chip. Moving over to the pros of the Google Pixel 6a. The first pro is software updates. Yes, you get updates directly from Google and you get the latest Android version right away. And by right away, I mean all the supported Pixels get the latest Android version on the same day, unlike Samsung, Xiaomi's, your Redmi's, your other manufacturers like OnePlus, wherein the flagship gets it first and then the other models trickle down, getting delayed. Not with Google. With Google, all the supported Pixels get the latest Android version on the first day itself. So even this time around, the Pixel 5 4, all of them got Android 13 on the same day. So that is one pro of the Google Pixel series. Then the next one is there is no bloatware, there are no advertisements. The only bloatware you have is Google's own applications, some of which you might not use, but it is what it is. With a Samsung device, you get Microsoft apps, Google apps, Samsung's own apps, advertisements in the UI with your MIUI Realme's. That is not the case with Google. No advertisements, nothing like that. Next up is Pixel exclusive features like Magic Eraser. The recorder application is super dope. Now, you might come back to me and tell me, hey Manchi, we can get all these features by flashing a custom ROM now. While that is absolutely right, it does not take away from the fact that those features are Pixel exclusive and your Samsungs do not have those features. Flashing a custom ROM, that is a complete separate topic of discussion when looking to buy a new device. But yes, you do have some awesome Pixel exclusive features. Next pro for the Google Pixel 6a is the camera. Now, even though you might come back and tell me, hey Manchi, this is the same sensor which they have been using since the Google Pixel 2. That is absolutely right, but that does not mean the sensor is bad. It is an old horse and it works like a boss. It still beats some of those mid-range devices out there. The pictures are true to life, and by true to life, I mean you get what you see, not like Samsung, wherein the white balance is off and the exposure is a bit enhanced so that it looks good on the social media. That is not the case with Pixel devices. With the Pixel 6a, however, the environment is, whatever the ambient lighting is, you capture what you see with your naked eyes. And last but not the least, one-handed use. A lot of us have forgotten how to use a phone with one hand. The Google Pixel 6a brings back that feeling wherein you can just hold the phone with one hand and type around without having to worry that the phone might drop or I have to grip it with both hands to type comfortably. Not the case with the Pixel 6a. This device is a one-handed beast. So, what is my personal opinion on whether I would buy this Pixel 6a for 27,699 at the Flipkart Big Billion Days sale or not? Me personally, and this is me personally, I've told you the pros, I've told you the cons, so you should be able to make your own educated decision. But me personally, if I were to choose, I would buy it. And let me tell you why I would buy it. I would buy it for the software, for the camera. For your modem issues, I would just switch the phone over to 4G. 5G in India is still up and coming, right? So I would switch it to 4G, use it on 4G. That is known to solve your some of the heating issues and some of your modem issues. As for your heating outside in the super hot environment, that is one con which I am ready to ride with because of the awesome software and the awesome camera on the Google Pixel 6a. But again, that is me and my personal opinion. You should be able to make your own decisions. And that will do it for this one. Hope my video helped you. Likes, shares, and subscribes are appreciated. Feedback and comment more than welcome. See you when I see you.